Smart Real Estate Wholesaling, Chapter 7, On-Demand Deals Attraction. As much as I like the idea of attracting deals from natural process of giving to the marketplace for organic attraction, there comes a time that I want control on creating deals whenever I want. In this time and age, most people don't sit down and wait for their favorite TV shows to come on live. They watch it on demand, or worst case scenario, they have it recorded on DVR and watch later. At this stage, there's only one exception, and that is sports. I don't think that exception will last much longer anyway. It simply defiles the direction that we are all moving as a generation. We want it now, easier and even faster. All the other real estate wholesaling marketing strategies require tremendous patience, hope, and hard labor. If you followed my training, you would already know that hope is the worst marketing strategy ever. It's even worse when you consider the tremendous competition that you are against for the same attentions. So I want to introduce you to cost-effective on-demand deals attraction. We're still using attraction, but you are in control here. The only difference from this strategy and the organic version is that you can leverage your money as control for immediate response from the market. Some folks are buoyant enough to leverage this in the beginning of their real estate wholesaling career. Others would want to wait till after closing their first deal. If you are following my funded proposal strategy, which involves funding your business with affiliate marketing, you can start leveraging this strategy immediately. The alternative is to find a second or better job and budget $150 to $300 per month to get your business off the ground on demand style. In essence, I'm asking you to not accept your own excuses to wait. If you've noticed thus far, what you wait for never really comes. You have to take what you want in the real estate wholesaling business, as in take it. But I'm making it easier for you with the smart real estate wholesaling strategies. We will use pay-per-click PPC as our on-demand deal attraction strategy. I will show you how to leverage Facebook, Instagram, Google, and YouTube ads as your own bandit signs. It's a simple strategy that is so simple it's easy to complicate it. Let's keep it super simple, KISS. I will assume that you already know what these social media platforms are. You should know at least that virtually everyone hangs out on these platforms with their phones and personal computers. While the other gurus are still competing with their own students in violating city codes by hanging bandit signs around town, these social media platforms are actually in business to help you dominate your local county with your "We Buy Houses" messages. In order to execute this strategy successfully, there are 5 things you need to have in place. 1. An ad creative, which is an image and or video. 2. You need an ad copy, which is basically selling with words. 3. You need a self-hosted lead capture web form. 4. You need a CRM with autoresponder. And then 5. You need an advertising account. Before I teach you how to set it all up, let me share the path of your prospects with you. In real estate wholesaling, you have 2 different types of prospects to complete a transaction. 1, a motivated seller, and 2, a qualified buyer. This strategy can be used to attract both types of prospects. When advertising for motivated seller, the goal is to generate leads and contact leads on the phone as soon as possible. On the buyer side, your primary goal is to build a list of loyal subscribers that you can sell the property to now or later. Let's talk about generating motivated seller leads first. Imagine someone scrolling through their newsfeed on Facebook or Instagram in your target zip code. Nicely and neatly tucked in the midst of all the fun posts is an image set up by you. It says, "Fair offer in 24 hours. We buy homes in any condition." A prospect sees it, clicks or taps on the ad, and they are directed to a 10 questions form to complete about the subject's property. After completing the form and clicking submit, they are presented with your phone number to call immediately if they want to. At this point, they are pre-qualified. Your database asks information about their property. You've even gotten an alert in your email on your phone. Within 10 minutes or less, you can also call them, and in 2 hours, they've e-signed your sales contract and you have a contract ready to be assigned. Pretty neat, right? So the next questions now are, how do you get those ads or smart bandit signs up on Facebook, Instagram, Google, and YouTube? More importantly, how much is this going to cost as compared to the non-performing traditional real estate wholesaling marketing strategies? How much would a lead cost? These are great questions. Let's tackle the questions one at a time. How do you get those ads or smart bandit signs up on Facebook, Instagram, Google, and YouTube? Facebook and Instagram ads are managed on the same platform. It's called Facebook Ads Manager. All you have to do is search for that on Google and you can set up an account for free in this moment. Google and YouTube ads are also managed on a platform called Google Ads, formerly known as Google AdWords. Search that term on Google and it comes right up as well. It is very important that I note to you that technology-driven products evolve very fast. Therefore, I will share only the timeless concepts you need to understand so that you can have the fundamental skills you need to use them whenever you want to. Whatever I share with you is applicable on most advertising platforms, including Facebook Ads Manager and Google Ads. Because of this knowledge, I'm able to get into any advertising platform and get up and running in less than 24 hours. It's the same concept everywhere. There are 3 levels to marketing campaigns, building, and management that you need to understand. Number 1, campaigns. 2, ad groups or ad sets. 3, ads and creatives. So let's talk about level 1. At the campaign level is where you define the purpose and primary objective of a particular marketing campaign. This is where you will specify if you want to pay per each click over to your website or leads generated when a prospect completes your lead capture web form. Level 2, at the ad groups and ad set level is where you define the audience and demographic group you want your advertising exposed to. This is where you will specify the zip codes of the towns or cities you want to target. You may want to target zip codes where you see a lot of investors' activities such as LLC ownerships and transfers. In your ad groups ad set settings, you will also set the age group. I love targeting ages 40 years old and above because this is the age where people own with a lot of equity. If you don't believe me, you can even test age groups for best response. For example, you can set up an ad group ad set for ages 40 to 54 and another for ages 55 to 64 and etc. In essence, you can set up multiple ad groups ad sets in a campaign with the same purpose and objective. Level 3, at the ads and creative level, you get to set up the visuals that your prospects see in the newsfeed and other placements. This is also the place where you want to specify what web link address people get redirected to after clicking or tapping on your ad creatives. The goal is to create catchy and compelling ads that offers a much needed solution. In fact, your ad creative needs to spell the offer out. I use one of these 3 formulas: problem solution, question answer, or pain to pleasure. In addition to that, I try to spell out the emotional feelings associated with these things. Remember that people buy emotionally 85% of the time and justify with logic later. This is an aspect of campaign building and management, even online, that cannot be taken for granted. One of the beauties of leveraging the social media networks for your real estate wholesaling business is a feature called retargeting. Once a prospect clicks and taps your ad in the newsfeed and other placements and they are redirected to your lead capture web form, their profile can be recorded for future reach outs. You can place a code snippet called the pixel from the advertising platform on your lead capture web form. It captures information about the visitors to the web form page, builds an audience list of every visitors, and you can then retarget them with an ad designed to get them to take action in case of abandonment. This is called retargeting. With retargeting, you are able to build a list of your prospects even before they complete your web form and become a lead. The fact is that abandonment is a reality in advertising. Good prospects can visit your site and still not be ready immediately to take action for many reasons, including right timing. Have you ever noticed an Amazon ad for a particular product following you on blogs, Facebook, and everywhere else for a period after you visited the product sales page? In fact, just in the last 48 hours, a Vistaprint ad for business cards followed me because I visited their product page to order 500 pieces of business cards. If I had set up the campaign, I could have set it up to not follow those who actually hit a sales confirm page. But who knows, they may have their reasons for targeting buyers. Bottom line is that you can get very creative with these types of campaign for as low as $5 per day. That's why I said all you need is $150 to $300 per month to dominate your real estate wholesaling business in your local area. You can then scale for the next 1 year to $500 to $1,000 per month after closing your first $10,000 deal. If you're concerned about low marketing budget, don't be. You can leverage patience. What you should be concerned about are consistency and perpetuity, no matter how high the cost per lead is. You don't have the luxury of worrying about cost per lead when you have less than $3,000 to spend on marketing per month. You do have the luxury of patience with a little self-control. In addition, you do have the luxury of leaving a $5 per day Facebook ad on for 1 year. The only ultimatum is when you close your first deal or after 1 year of that type of consistency and perpetuity in exposure. Pick all the zip codes in your local county and let the ad run consistently and perpetually. $5 per day for 1 year is 365 days multiplied by $5 per day is equals to $1,825 for the year. Come up with $1,825 and leave it running for 1 year without blinking. The worst case scenario is not $1,825 because that money is actually spent over time. It's more like $5 because it will only hurt like $5 per day. The worst case scenario is that you would have collected $1 million worth of data. That's actually a good thing. See previous chapters for what data is worth in a real estate wholesaling business in the modern age. So far, we've talked about using the on-demand method to attract motivated sellers. There is no need to over-target specific groups of people to get this going. Geo-targeting with zip codes and targeting age group 40 years old and above is perfectly fine to get this going. If you want to build a buyers list with this same method, there are a few fundamental differences in the campaign. It's the same 3 levels campaign building and management process. The offer is obviously different. First of all, you need to set up a different campaign for the purpose and objective of building a buyers list. With attracting motivated seller, you are making an offer to buy a distressed property from a motivated seller. That's a good enough offer. However, to attract qualified buyers, you can't offer a buyer the opportunity to buy a property from you. At the very least, that's not a compelling enough offer. What I recommend is offering buying process information to your target audience. Information is key in this information age. You are the expert. You know the struggles and challenges that a potential buyer can face in the buying process. Offer a documentation of this information and how to avoid the pitfalls in exchange for the prospect's email address. That process simply builds a list of buyers that you can update on available properties ready for real estate wholesaling assignments. This whole process on both the motivated seller leads generation and a qualified buyer list building can be done from a laptop with an internet connection. You can start with a budget of $150 to $300 per month and start attracting the highest quality deals on demand. It's impossible to spend that low of an amount if you're still stuck on direct mailing letters, driving for dollars, cold calling, door knocking, and bandit signs. Beyond that, with modern day marketing strategies, you will avoid exposure to unnecessary liabilities from the prospects and even the city. That's all you need to get this set up. If you want to look over my shoulder setting this up, consider joining our mastermind inner circle. But that's the simple process to attracting deals on demand. Go to myEmpirePRO.com for more information.